All right, all of my parts has arrived for my Comp 444 project, which is an automatic watering system. So my system will be driven by sensors as opposed to just time. I may include time in there as well, but specifically I want this to be a little bit more robotic and actually detect the amount of light in the sky, etc. It will also include a FADS system, which is the feline alert and dissuasion system to prevent a cat from spraying on my window. So it's going to be multi-purpose. Anyway, so I'm going to describe all the parts that has arrived and how I'm going to use them. Some of the ideas here did not come from me. So before you think, oh man, he's brilliant. Well, that may or may not be true. But to be honest, I did get some of the ideas from another person's watering system on YouTube. And then I'm sort of incorporating my own alongside that. So the person I saw on YouTube, I think it was it was still an Arduino, but it was kind of a time system. This one's a little different. And some of the parts are going to be a little different too, including this. So this is the system to water all of the outside plants. So yeah, as you can see, it has a number of different endpoints to it. And I got two of these because there is a fair amount of plants. So all the plants are on the deck. So it's a deck plant watering system. So this is kind of cool. It's kind of neat. So I got two boxes of these. So I should be able to cover, I don't know, I think there's 25 in each, maybe even more. I don't know. There's a lot. I probably don't even need all of them. But anyway, this here, these little glass jars, I thought would be perfect. It will sit on the outside of the housing like so and allow my photoresistor, my little light sensor, will sit inside of that. That way it'll be protected from the elements. And I'm gonna seal it off. Here, let me just open this up here. Of course, this is all my idea. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. So yeah, the little photoresistor will pop out into there somehow. And that will sit on the outside of the housing, like so that it can still get light, but I can still seal it into the housing. So I think that was kind of cool, kind of a cool idea. These jars I got on, from the dollar store, $2. Yeah. This power supply, it's a 9-volt power supply. Probably gonna have to split it because I'm gonna be plugging in a couple things. I gotta plug in the main board, as well as I'm gonna be plugging in a couple of breakout boards that are gonna run the solenoids. So this, I might have to split it 3 ways. I don't know, I'll figure it out. Of course, I'm going to need the red board. On top of the red board, I've got a couple extra breadboards that I can use for the solenoids. I've got these little breakout power boards for these boards here to run the solenoids. I got 2. I might need more. I don't know, and I don't know how well these are going to work. But these are the moisture sensors. So they're pretty simple. They just plug right in and I can use, I've got some male-to-male cord wires that I can plug into the red board. So I don't know, give it a shot. Should work fine. 2 solenoids. I hadn't decided how I was going to deal with the cats. Somebody had suggested using air, which I thought was a great idea. But I'd already ordered the solenoids. So I think for now, I do like the air idea, but I don't know how I would push the button on a can, if it was a can, or if I would use an air compressor. I don't know. At least this, I kind of already fleshed out the idea of just using a solenoid valve, and it should work fine. I'm going to have to make some adjustments to the power system that runs it. So the Arduino is going to trigger it, but the power is going to have to come from the breadboard, which is going to have to be hooked up to a couple things a little differently. Like I have a little relay, 4-channel relay board, whatever. Anyway, all of this stuff that's going to be outside, including the moisture sensors. If you look here, so this is going to be, one of these is going to be outside in a pot. You notice all of these points here, they're all just open air, right? So we can't have that. So I needed a way to seal them in as well as tape it, but they need to be sealed in. And I decided to get some of this stuff here. I don't know how well it'll work, but apparently it works really well. It's liquid electrical tape, and you just literally paint it on. And I assume it's like a rubbery type stuff, and it seals up. So that way this can actually be sitting in the soil outside. That's the idea. Whether or not it's going to work, I don't know. I have no clue. then this 4-channel relay is used to, again, I'm no electrician, and I got this information from another guy who had built a similar system with his Arduino. Like I said, I think it was a time system, but it doesn't matter. And he used a solenoid, not this exact one, but he sort of described, and I'll link that somewhere, that video that I saw. But he described that you need some extra juice for these solenoids. A 5-volt isn't going to cover it. So, and using these little breakout boards, I don't know where I put them. Anyway, these little breakout boards. Oh, I'll find them. Maybe they never came. I'm sure they came. I'll find them. Anyway, yeah, so I'll need these for the solenoid. And then the housing, I decided on just a Rubbermaid container. Just a straightforward Rubbermaid container, of course, for a couple of reasons. One, it's waterproof. Even though I'm going to cut holes into it, it's waterproof. And then I wanted a way for the breadboard to sit above the bottom. So got this nice little white basket with some holes in it. Then I'm going to screw the breadboard onto here. That way, if any moisture does get in here, it's not going to affect the breadboard right away. Now I'm going to have another moisture sensor placed in here to detect if any moisture gets into the housing. That way we can stop power from this whole unit, and then it doesn't short out or anything crazy. All right, so far so good. Oh yes, these things here are diodes. Again, getting this information from somebody else, and I'll try to put a link, remember to put a link in the description, but he suggested using just one diode. I got a whole box of them. Like, it was like $5 for, like, I don't know, a lot. Anyway, so these just prevent arcing and stops it from shorting on itself. Anyway, so I think altogether this is going to work really well. I don't know if I have one of those breakouts. Just give me 1 second. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. So these here, I got this, whoops, pardon me. Yeah, I got this kit actually quite a while ago, and I think it came with one of the breakout boards. Yeah, it came with one of these little breakout power modules. So this powers the breadboard, and it's got its own 9-volt plug. And then I'm going to put that in one of these smaller breadboards, and then I'm going to have the other breadboard power the other one, or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I think ideally I should have 2 of these breakout boards somewhere, and then I can use 2 of these just for the solenoids, and then this breadboard is just going to handle everything else. Like, oh, I forgot to talk about the funnest part. Yes, I got a waterproof ultrasonic sensor. Yeah. So this is going to, of course, plug into the board somehow, and then it's going to sit, I'm going to cut a hole. It's going to sit right there, and then if a cat walks in front here, then the solenoid that manages the the FADS system is going to open up, and water's going to spray on the cat. So that's the idea there. Anyway, any comments, suggestions, please let me know. All right.